Hello and welcome to episode 13 of our Timberborn update for Waterbeaver mod playthrough here in cycle 20, day 14. We got a drought coming up in about 2.5 days. And last time, we finally figured out how to get this deep mine put in place. This unfortunate soul, namesake, one of our beard boosters, Jason Zinda, decided to be in the way when it was constructed, and we cannot get him out. So, rip. Rest in peace. But I digress. We did a little bit of messing with some of our farm stuff. Built a couple more levels here on our pit and ladder lodge tower. And finally got a little bit of an answer to some of our long-standing problems of food production and metal production with the improvements that we made. But today is all about irrigating this area back here and having a second farm to make all of these guys, sunflower seeds, that we're going to desperately need to get any amount of science going, because right now we just have this one beaver working in the library, and we need to have a whole lot more so we can get science, so we can unlock other stuff, because we have this ENS building, basically like a university type thing that can do different degrees to unlock advanced buildings and propel us into the mid game and late game. And we don't have enough science to do it. Theoretically, we should be able to accomplish that at some point reasonably soon. If, and that's a big if, we're able to finally get all the prerequisite stuff done and get enough science flowing. But that's going to require a lot of food, because that's how you fuel science development, I guess, is you get the nerds to eat a bunch of snacks in the library, and they can take care of all that stuff. So this little tiny farm's not cutting it. We really, really need to fix some stuff before we get too far. But I'm going to go ahead and pause, because I wanted to tell you guys last time about our pumpkins. And I mentioned that MP3zilla over in the, I guess, my Discord, I guess I could just call it, had actually done some research about how the pumpkin grows. And I mentioned in the last video that he said you have to plant in the corner, and the other 3 tiles can be blank, and that way it doesn't go anywhere else. I put it in the wrong corner. It's supposed to be based off of how my thing is set up. It's supposed to be this corner, but I had done it in this corner because I guess it's absolutely tied to the orientation of the map, but I didn't pay attention to that. Didn't really know there was a difference. So that was actually on me. It was not on him. Just wanted to make sure that I put that information out there. So what I'm going to do is unplant all of these again, because I really like the idea of having that stuff set up correctly. I want to make sure that we can take advantage of that if at all possible. So once these are all harvested, I will replant them in the upper right corner. Or I guess I could just click and do that now. It's not like that really matters. But we'll give that a shot. It should work. If it doesn't work, then, well, we'll just try another corner. You know, there's only 4 of them. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and make sure these are all done, because it only costs us about 10 seconds of our sanity. But I digress. There's plenty of other stuff to do, and obviously this is the main goal. But I did also want to mention we've updated to version 2.2.10. I guess I could just have it set here and read off what it does, but basically it's a bunch of stuff we hadn't messed with. Late game things like human relics, nuclear waste, which we can't get to because it uses a building we haven't built yet. There is a new sawmill. Megastructure, engineer lodge, we haven't even sniffed any of that stuff yet. Elevator to the abyss, like I said, haven't gotten there, but that is a late game thing that we would need to get to at some point. And then I know there's a couple of you who are really enthusiastic about the showers, and guess what? There is a new form of shower called a tank shower that we're probably going to be constructing. And it's pretty much just, from the way the asset physically looks, it is the existing double shower for the Iron Teeth with the small water tank, I guess, attached to it. Kind of a cool looking design. I guess it stores the water in here. But yeah, that's another thing that I probably should mention about this mod, is that, as far as I understand, this is all just completely using the original assets from the game. There's no scripting or anything. So it's really, really impressive and what the developer's been able to do with all that. So we'll do a couple of those later, but I did want to call your attention. I guess I could have just stayed there. We have a couple options for irrigation here. We did our Lido with our water dump over here in Bramble Dam a couple episodes back. You can see that right here. It's just a expansion you can stick onto the Lido in this version of the game. But that's not the only option we have, because now in this update to this mod, we have, of course, the irrigation tower, but now there's a bunch of these. You have the crappy irrigation tower, which I talked about I didn't want to use because it was, well, crappy. But now you have these things that have been, I guess, updated, buffed, whatever you want to call it. And this is actually a viable method of irrigating the ground. It seems to have about the same radius of effect as a regular water dump in the vanilla game, but it adds the advantage of having inhabitants, and it has a looks like a pretty big storage. And then we also have this stilt house. I'm not going to actually have them build this, and I can't research this yet, but this is you see the warning here. It says solely exists to support a super fertilizing irrigation tower bath, which is this thing I can't show you. Pausing this house while the irrigation is in use is a crime. I imagine that's a clever way of saying, hey, this is kind of like break your game, don't do this. But you can see there is a oh, I just now noticed that. That's really clever. That's funny. Well, that's just another one of those interesting in development items. So that is that's what I wanted to say about that. We're probably going to be using these irrigation tower lodges, I would imagine, or irrigation just regular tower. But this has space underneath it if we wanted to have it up on top of stuff. So, for example, if you're using this in a farming setting, you would want to use this variant and not this one, because you can put crops underneath it. We would just have to have a way for the beavers to get up top, but I think this is definitely what we want to do. And there's also the water cannon, which we can't get to yet because it requires a bunch of other research we haven't accomplished yet. But apparently this will just kind of shoot water across the map, well, a certain distance, I don't know what the distance is, to do irrigation, I guess kind of sprinkler style, but way cooler because it's, you know, a giant water cannon. So thought I would let you guys know about that. And then also at the very bottom of this, unless this update has bugs, next will be an update 5, and that is, in fact, in the works. I've seen a couple previews from different people who've been playing the mod, and that is what the next series we're going to do in the White Paws faction is going to be. But I want to get a little bit further in this, at the very least, try and get as much done as we can before we decide that we're finished and move on, because I've made plenty of mistakes here that I would love to go back on, but hey, you know, I don't want to just abandon this for the sake of abandoning it. I would like to try and see just how much we can accomplish. Also, last time, is this the large water wheel? Yes. I don't think we can use it yet because we have to research it, and I don't have the science for it, but we have 44 blueprints for large water wheels. I would imagine it's probably just the same model as the large one the Iron Teeth have in the vanilla game, but I will eventually want to replace these guys with a couple of those, and we want to make sure that we're, you know, taking full advantage of all of our power over here. But we have plenty of other stuff to do, and it's about to be a drought. So that being said, we don't need to be making any more anvils here, because these are all... Oh, no. No, we do need an anvil. Oof. Well, I guess let's hope they can get this finished. We need scrap metal, which we can make in... yeah, the primitive smelter, which is not currently staffed because I have 21 open vacancies. But we're getting coal out of our medium mine, and we have iron ore, so I'm going to go ahead and have... Oh, hey, it's Caitlin, or could be Catlin, depending on the spelling in your national origin, but Catlin Nano's in here. Primitive smelting for us. And then hopefully, in the next 1.9 days... Maybe. Oh, 40 hours. No, we're screwed. There's no way. No way we're going to have that done. But it'll be there on the other side then, I guess. So, all of that being said, is there a better way we could use these last 1.9 days of water power? We don't need to worry about drill bit. Gold bar, that's new. But we haven't gotten to that at all, so I'm not going to be worried about it. Medium cauldrons, we already have 2, and that is an item that previously was made in the Primitive Ironworks, is no longer, but that's fine because we knew that was coming, and I made sure I made a couple of those. Metal blocks, we actually don't have any, but I kind of don't want to disrupt the anvil process, so maybe we'll just kind of leave that alone. I will deprioritize this, though, since, well, there's no point because it's not going to be done. We can have these 8 beavers go do something else. Mechanized kitchen house, meanwhile, is making mushroom stew, but it needs dandelions. And we should have storage up here, but it's not being filled yet because we haven't gotten quite that far. But we definitely want to have some more food stuff taken care of. It's not as good as you might think, seeing that 848, 849, whatever. 859, I guess, 862. So it is going up, but substantially more work required there. If we go over here to Bramble Dam and check out what they've got going on. Oh yeah, they're doing great. I imagine they're probably also exporting food, and we do have this more direct path. It might technically only be a little bit shorter, but it is more direct, and that's all well and good. Yeah, we got plenty to accomplish here, so let's just get right into it. We have a lot of water. We have 4,700, 4,600 water, 4,521 actually, in storage, and then 158 in pumps. And then some berry juice that we don't have any actual storage for, so it's not really that useful. But I digress. Let's build ourselves a couple of irrigation tower lodges, and I want to take good advantage of all of this space over here and try and irrigate as much as we can, space that's actually going to be useful. So I think right here is probably about, maybe right here would be good. Just have one of those and then find as far as we can go over without, yeah, that's going to work nice. And those two are elevated. So we can plant crops underneath them, and all we have to do is have access to go up here, whether that be through a ladder, which we can't do because we haven't unlocked it, ladder or staircases or what have you. Spiral staircase, obviously something that we probably should have, but don't. It's fine. We have platforms and all sorts of fun stuff. So we could conceivably, depending on how this is set up, oh, this is new. Giant pillar, that must be from the sequoia, yes. Half a sequoia stuck back into the ground to act like some platform. I love that. That's incredibly blunt. We have overhang walkways. We can maybe not put on these. It doesn't seem like it wants me to attach this to anything, which is, that's fine, I guess. I will go ahead and just put a, there we go. Normal set of stairs right here. And then at the very top, it might seem dumb, but I think it would be smart. I know, but I think it would be smart to have a water storage set here to obtain. Can't remember where water is. There we go. So that way this guy can just go to refill this. So that is kind of the nice part about having that ledge there. But we'll get this situated here. All right, and then all of this storage we're going to move outside of the range of irrigation because, well, we want to grow as many crops as we can. And once we have the science, I've been saying this for like 3 episodes, really need large warehouses. So that's going to be one of our areas of focus when we get to that point. But we'll do the exact same thing over here with our plank tank. Connect it up. Bring this in. Pine resin, spatterdock, etc. We have so much pine resin. I'm actually thinking we probably want to move this somewhere else. But for right now, I'm not going to worry about it because, well, this isn't irrigating anything quite yet. Although they have finished this. We just have to get this actually connected. Yeah, for right now, this time being, I will just connect that like so. And then we have to have somewhere for farms to go, which, oh, I instinctively always want to go there. Okay, village jobs. Am I just dumb? Oh, no, it's still... Oh, okay, it's been reorganized. Now there's an entire sub-panel for it. So now we have farmhouse, upgrade assistant farmers, builder's office, hauler's warehouse, and nerdy attic. This is something that I mentioned in a video, so I don't know if that's why it got moved here or not, but that's good to see. I was wondering why all the farm upgrades weren't all in the same place, so this is cool. Glad that got changed. Large farmhouse and then the watertight upgrade all in the same place. Fantastic. Oh, I see the florist is still in the game, and I was told that's going to go away because it was useless by the person who made the mod. So, I guess no reason to remove it until you have to, I guess. But that is funny to still see that. So, like we did before, I'm going to put a farmhouse, or a pair of farmhouses with assistant farmers, not assistant farmhouse. It's the same building. And then a large farmhouse, because then we'll be able to plant all sorts of crops and harvest efficiently. And I think that's going to work really well. But we have to get all this taken care of first. And there's plenty to accomplish. All right. So this is still looking pretty good. We can go ahead and speed this up a little bit. By a little bit, I mean all the bit. Our forester here, I kind of want to plant some more chestnut trees and have this gatherer flag just grab all of this, which would mean, let's check and see what the range is. Yeah, okay, so how far can I go? Right here. Okay, so that goes out to there. That actually works out really well, because I want to plant a bunch more chestnut trees. There we go. Nice like that. And I think that's the full range of the forester, on that side of the road at least. And there's a little bit more range here on the gatherer flag, but they can't get to it. Now, though, they can get to this, and that's what I wanted to see. I will go ahead and remove this guy right here, and we can plant another tree there. Just want to make sure we have everything that we need. So what's going to happen is, oh, these dandelions, I really need them to spread this way and not this way. So we might have to gently coax them to go the other way without stifling the spread of our berry bushes. These guys take 24 days to be fully useful. Dandelions are much faster spreading, so I don't think I need to feel bad about trying to get them to come over here. Again, we can't plant those because we don't have the super advanced, I don't even know what category it's in, but yeah, tree nursery, I believe is what that is. So what I'm going to need to do, even though this one has a dandelion here, oh, nobody's working here, because we have 25 empty slots. We really got to get on that. Got to figure out exactly what's going on here. Did I? Oh, I didn't fix this one. All right, well, that's a thing. All right, so there's nobody working here because we don't have enough workers. Who can I bring in? Well, the drought's here, so I know that can be... we can send guys over. And this will stop pretty quick. There we go. Alright, so that should help get this staffed. It's still not staffed. Alright, oh, because we have 10 beavers here mining our iron ore and our coal, which we're going to need some more storage. Probably should also research these stackable piles, but again, that's science that we don't have. We're just going to kind of have to work with it. So I think what I'm going to end up doing, lowering the priority of this, so we have, there we go, get a couple of beavers going in here to the irrigation tower. And once that drops, we should see this. Oh, look at that. Lovely. A bunch of green right where we want it. Now, is this going to be arable? I actually am not sure. Maybe we'll put the farmhouses here. Because, like I said, we're going to need, I have to get used to this being in this spot. We're going to need to have a couple of these. So maybe that's what I will do since this is right in the center. Put that there, and then assistant farm on top. And that should work out nicely. And then the large farmhouse can be, well, it could be anywhere, really. But we want to make sure that's not the R key. That was the E key. Want to make sure this is in a spot where we could have a... I want to hide this. I guess if I had the whole UI... Oh, good. I can still do this. I think somebody mentioned that in a comment. I can't remember who, unfortunately. But that would be obviously outside the range of the path there. But putting it here would actually give us a pretty good range if we were able to put in another thing over there. This would actually be able to hit all of this. So I'm going to put that guy there. I know it might seem like, hey, why are you putting it all the way back? Trust me. Could be a mistake, depending on your personal appetite toward chaos, but I do like the idea. I should have just done this. Doesn't matter if the path is straight or not. We want to be able to have as much as possible here, growable land. So this is going to mean that we have these guys can plant up here, and then this area back here can be pumpkins and other fun things. So they say there's nothing for them to do. I say pine resin. Yes, that's what I say, is I say pine resin. This can get moved here. At least for right now, that's pine resin. And that is spatterdock, so we'll do the same thing here. Where's the pine resin? I don't know why it's so hard for me to find stuff in here. Can't ever remember what side of this it's on. That's so frustrating. Okay, there it is. And then the raw spatterdock should be up here. Yes, there we go. So once these are put in place, that'll be good. We'll get this space back. We can plant some more plants. So like I said, this is going to be sunflower seeds and then pumpkins and other things in the general vicinity of the large farmhouse. These guys can only plant pumpkins, but they can harvest everything, so that's why they're up here. So if we did that, obviously we still want to have pumpkins here because, well, we have this large farmhouse, we might as well take advantage of it. Okay. I guess we need to have some more storage for pumpkins. We'll need to make a big one. Do I really only have 72 storage for pumpkins, this whole place? Yeah, we absolutely have to unlock this large storage as soon as possible. 250... You know what? I don't really have enough beavers to do this, though. Yeah, if I put 4 in here... I know they don't have all the required materials, but we got to get this research done. Let's... Oh, come on. They're not even building this yet. I guess they're trying to construct the assistant farm. Oh, no. They need the planks. They need the planks and they can't do it. All right, well, this is now the lowest possible priority. They can build something else. Let's get some sunflower seeds. Just plant all of this. Remember, this is why we did this, so we could build underneath. By build, I mean plant sunflowers. So what's the range of this that I can get away with? Okay, so that's 6 on a side here. It doesn't have to be symmetrical. I don't know why I'm so anal retentive about this. But I think that's going to work out pretty nicely. So far, so good. There we go. They're going to finish this pretty fast. So we'll let them empty that into here, at least, and then that'll be good. Okay, now we just need... Oh, we need another 50 planks. I told you this is it's going to be painful. Painful to deal with. Now, this was, I think, green beans? Is that what I planted here? Green peas. I always want to call them green beans. I don't know. I've never in my life heard them called green peas. Because as far as I know, peas are just automatically green. don't know, it could just be something I'm not specifically aware with. I don't really like peas anyway. But this is already starting to look pretty nice. Of course, cannot plant underneath the scaffolding here. But very space efficient for farming purposes. Very, very happy with that. It is regrettable that it's going to take us probably this entire episode to get planks because we don't have a mechanism to produce planks reliably in the absence of water flow. Outside of these guys just chewing on wood all day, which seems to be an incredibly slow process. So we don't have enough coal. Because we have this at 40%, 60% iron ore. These guys are getting mountain salt. These guys are getting saltpeter. So I guess that's okay. How do I still only have 2 empty beds? Well, I know when the assistant farmer upgrade gets built, then that'll improve things. And then this, of course, will house a lot of beavers as well. Yeah, several. So we're gonna end up being fine. Nothing to really worry about. It does seem like having the pumpkin seedlings planted in this specific corner is the correct way. So thank you to MP3 and the rest of you that posited the reasons for that not working. We've got that all taken care of. So that's good. I don't think we need to be concerned about the amount of logs currently, because they are still growing and being harvested. We can, if we feel like it, thin out our pines over here, but we do need to make sure that we have pine resin. I know we have 1,000 in storage, but I'm reluctant to mess with that too much. We'll see. I think these guys are fine and really don't need to have any other intervention. They seem to be doing somewhat okay, at the very least. Just need to make sure there's not a shortage of employees in any of these things. I think we're good. We just have an extra beaver, huh? Well, nothing inherently wrong with that. We just have, I guess I could put in 2 more slots in the district center. Or alternatively, it's probably... Oh, no, it's already fully employed. Never mind. That works then. We can come back over here and get back to all this. But we do finally have 250 science. So guess what? Bam. Large warehouse. Finally. It's been 84 years. But at long last, we have the ability to put some of this stuff in. So here's what's going to happen is these are all going to go away. Going to have one big warehouse for pine resin instead of like 6 of these small ones. So let's, I'm going to leave 1 of them, I think. Well, we'll figure it out. I got plenty of places to store this. So I'm not going to be losing sleep over it. Okay. I really should have blasted this out. So I want to do that real quick because that'll let me put a couple of these right here without having to worry about too much. I'm not going to delete the spatter dock storage because I know we don't have anywhere else where that's set. Actually, I'm 90% sure we don't, but I'm going to check. Yep. That's pretty much it. Okay, so that's in place. And now I've got room to put 1 here. And then... do I really want to waste a big storage on spatter dock? I don't think so. But this is going to have to be the pine resin. Now, note that this stores 648 instead of in the base game 1200. Where these store a little bit more at 216 versus 200. So it's not quite the slam dunk you think it is in terms of capacity expansion, but it is still very, very worth building. And should be a good thing that we did that. So now we have some extra space here to plant, guess what? More sunflowers. And then we can have this go completely straight, gain a couple of additional spaces. And then this campfire is going to go away. We're going to put that somewhere else because guess what? Sunflowers. You guessed it. So now I have 7 spaces here, and I've got 6 on this side. Again, shouldn't matter, but gonna do it anyway. Just make it nice and symmetrical. Alright, we need 22 more planks. Thankfully, there's only 1 day left in our drought, so we should be a-okay on that. But this also needs planks. Now you see why it's so frustrating when we can't use our rudimentary sawmill. But what was that building that got added? Advanced sawmill. That's right. So let's check that out. I see the advanced sawmill. Looks like I need giant sequoia logs, which we are not going to have for a really long time. But it is nice to see all of this. I can't even make planks with this? I thought okay, well this is just giant sequoia stuff. But it can turn giant sequoia logs into regular logs. Regular size logs, I guess. It's technically a different breed of tree and a bunch of sawdust. Or those half things that I was looking at earlier. Where was that? I don't remember. Was that under platforms? Yes, the giant pillars. But yeah, that's all sorts of fun with that. So I guess we just have to keep on keeping on with this guy. And we'll get our power soon. That's fine. Still waiting on planks. Because this guy's in front. Then that'll get that going. But that frees up a lot of space. And it's going to allow us to have other better storage in different places as well. That's berry storage for our berry rice balls, and then maybe some other stuff in the future. So, oh, they can't grow anything here anyway. Let's just unplant this, and I'll put a giant storage here. And then in the future, we could probably stack them, because now we have this kind of ridiculous, ugly staircase going all over the place. But we could kind of put these back to back and make it happen that way. So that's something to be excited about in the future. Yeah, here we go. Into the drought. Good progress being made here. So we'll come back and visit this a little bit later. Obviously, we don't have enough berries. Part of the reason behind moving some of the farming over here is so we can have this area have even more berries on it, because our harvester's office can reach all the way over here. And I can't plant the berries, but I can let them spread naturally. And if we're growing a bunch of sunflowers up here, which we are, that means I don't need this space here to be filled with sunflowers. So I will actually unplant those. And over here, we're probably going to just do the alternating pumpkins and cabbages to fill the rest of this space up. So I should actually unplant all of these. I obviously can't replant any of the cabbages yet, but every little bit counts. We just got to make sure that we're keeping an eye on things here, or else we could find ourselves in a very annoying situation very quickly with the spread of pumpkins. But these guys can't go north of, I say north, well, it's not north, it's actually west. I don't know what direction it is, I don't care. But this is the direction I normally face, so I just assume this is north. They can't go above this. So we can't actually plant any pumpkins here, so this could just be all, it could be all cabbage, or it could be green peas. Might actually be smarter to put those up there, so let's do that. Get these started. Nope, I said I wasn't going to plant anything there. Go away. Yeah, just incremental stuff we'll need to make sure that we're taking advantage of here. This wooden stairs can go away. We can harvest the materials, and then we can remove this path. Well, I can remove... It doesn't have to be in that order. Just need to get them to come grab these planks so they can build... Hey, it's already done. Cool. Very nice. And also, there's no rule that says I have to keep this here either. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, so close. So I could either have this go straight back this way and keep this path here. It might actually be a smart thing to do. Or I could try something else. Because if I did that, then I would have one. No, I'd still have to have this here because that's the entrance. Maybe I just won't mess with it. Maybe that's what I'll do. Is just not worry about it. So guess what? I'm going to get rid of the giant spatterdock storage. Because we can move that somewhere else. This can be a storage for sunflower seeds because it's right outside here. Absolutely no problem with that. Hey, look at these. These guys are ready to go. We've got lots and lots of beavers living here. So I'm going to plant, I guess, yes, this is already going past here. I'll plant, I don't know why this gets, oh, it's because this farmhouse is in the way. But it's pretty safe. I know these guys have one extra level. We could actually just have the thing come out like this to kind of separate things a little. Get out of here. Separate those a little bit better. A little bit straighter lines. Not that big of a deal. And then everything to the side of this, I guess I'll just leave that in place, can be, why do I always forget what these are called? Sunflowers. And everything on this side can be pumpkins. So I believe if I have this set like so, that should grow in the way that we want them to grow. And that would be stupendous if they actually did that and went to the... Oh, you know what? Nope, 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 nope. I was rotated the incorrect way. Oh, I know this is going to absolutely tilt some of you. That's fine. We'll just fix this real quick. And then we can just zoop straight down here, unplant. That should go in the way that we want it to. And hopefully we'll have some nice pumpkins. And if not, then, well, we tried. Sunflower seed storage there. And then we're going to need some big pumpkin storage. Not piles. What are you doing? Large warehouse. I hesitate to put those here because it's kind of far away from all of this. However, we do have some extra space over here. And there's not really a reason for a large pile of logs to be right here when we have other spots that could be just as good. In fact, all of this probably should not be here. These lumberjack flags also probably don't really need to exist. But since we're already over here, we might as well take the opportunity to go ahead and get this rocking and rolling here so we can have these trees harvested, because there's plenty of wood to be had. Just have to get up there. So, you know, it's a process. Hey, look, they all seem to be growing. So I would consider that to be a success. Why can I not click on these? There we go. Yeah, we cracked the code. That's good to see. So our sunflower seed mounts should be skyrocketed. Look at that, 2,300 food already after just a little bit of playing detective here. All right, so that's going to get planted there. And we'll do other bits just as soon as we can get... That was fast. Just as soon as we can get stuff situated. Yep, and here we go, harvesting sunflowers. Now the blueberries can rise unfettered and invade the rest of this side of the map. Alright, so medium warehouse can get destroyed, and in its place I will put a large warehouse. Hold on. Why can I... Is there something under here that I can't build on top of? Oh, duh. There's still sunflowers. I couldn't see them because the ground was dry. Alright, I guess I don't need to be upset about that. That's fine. Alright, I'm going to... I guess I have to set myself in the right orientation here. Pumpkin, pumpkin, pumpkin... Actually, no. Do not plant that pumpkin. we are going to offset. Not the wrapper, the pumpkin. Positioning will be offset. At least on that side. Give us a little bit more space because I can do that here. Then this side's one over. I guess it's not really going to matter. But I will put that here anyway. I think this should still be able to grow. We'll see what they're able to actually pop in. Yeah, it looks like it. Cool. And this has not been irrigated yet. We will most likely at some point build another tower back here. But I think this is a really, really, really good start. Look at this. Pine resin's already full up. Sunflower seeds should be going in here. Because we could set that to supply. Try and encourage them to bring that over there. Look at us. Look at us go, man. We are making good progress here. I know people are going to be, oh, why are you making so many episodes about fixing the food? Well, that's because we need to. We need to do a lot of fixing of the food. It's a pretty important thing that we've managed to somehow make a huge mess of. So, you know, sometimes you just got to do it. All right, how close are we here? 88%, 95%. So that is looking okay. These guys should be... Okay, nobody's in the factory. I guess I should fix that. Yeah, I can put these back into their regular priorities now. On day 4. Well, that's fine. We're going to have enough beavers at some point. We do have 26 little ones that will become big ones. Before too long. Alright, so that's in place. We do have one more dynamite here that I was going to put in. Try and get this fully squared off. Put a staircase here. And then here, and then up on top of this, we can, of course, have our already existing lumberjack flags. Take these dead trees out. And I might as well just go ahead and mark all these. There we go. We'll give them a chance to do what they need to do. And there's all this space here we could be putting things in, or we could actually flood this. It would be a nice little basin for irrigation. We would just have to have a water dump and a Lido to actually get the water in here. Or, if we felt like waiting for a really, really long time, we could put this bad boy in there. But we are quite far behind most of the rest of that stuff. Irrigation tower realistically is the smart thing to do. But it is appealing to have another little body of water here. That would be a whole lot of evaporation, so yeah, we probably should just put the regular irrigation tower there. As boring of an answer as that is, probably is actually the right thing to do. But we don't have to have the one on stilts because we're not farming anything up here. We could just, you know, do this thing right here. But that doesn't irrigate everything. So I don't know. Maybe we do want to fill this with water. What are your thoughts? Do you have an opinion? Let me know down below. If this should be turned into a little lake. I mean, we have tons of water. Let's face it. We're not hurting for it. So I'm not afraid to let some evaporate just to have a bunch of irrigation. Because also over here, guess what? We got berries. We definitely could use them. These guys can reach, well, this one guy at least can reach a lot of these. But there's nobody currently working here because, well, they're deprioritized and there's other stuff going on. But as these beavers continue to age up, we'll be able to make good use of them. And that's fun and exciting. Let's put in another storage here. Large warehouse, like I was saying, for the berries. And it looks like we've got space here to be putting in some more green peas. So let's populate that real quick. Yeah, we could fill this in with some cabbages. Oh, I was in the wrong spot. About to say, what? What did I do wrong here? No, we're good. We're good. We just got a lot to deal with. I do think it's funny how, oh. Well, there's your problem. There's nobody in the mine. Yeah, because I had to restart all this production. That's fine. It is what it is. All right, sunflower seeds. Oh, I was going to put in pumpkin storage. That's right. Because I think the amount of pumpkins we're going to actually be able to store is not going to be that big. But I kind of do want to have giant, huge, ridiculous amounts of pumpkin storage. And this is not going to be inside the reach. Plus, blowing stuff up is fun. So why don't we go ahead, for the sake of having a good time, just detonate all of this. Put a nice big one right here in the corner. Sounds like a good way to spend a couple minutes here. And I do see our science going up. We are going to keep advancing that, but I did want to make sure we try to get at least a little bit more stuff done. Yeah, let's get this last bit in here. There we go. And they can't get up here, so I do have to get rid of that. But they should be able to put these guys in no problem whenever they decide they have the time to. Look at this. We got our farm upgrade here. Plenty of storage. Sunflower seeds are eventually going to go in here. And look at us go, man. We're doing pretty well. We just need to get a little bit better at organizing. And we've got now dandelions, I guess, being the problem here. But we do have plenty of them. We just have to have some storage. Right now this is storage for scaffoldings. Sunflower seeds. Berries, I guess. Oh, that is dandelions. All right, well, let's set that to obtain. Prioritize by haulers. Kimchi-wise, how are we looking? Probably fine. Honestly, we probably need to have a giant buried tank full of kimchi. Might be kind of a fun project, but this is quite the ordeal to construct, as we learned a little bit of the hard way, and we don't have 50 metal blocks to do it, so we're going to not do that for now. We do have this small tank full of kimchi, which for right now seems to be working okay. No real complaints there, but let's go ahead and blast this. And in the hole, the large warehouse goes. And notice we can build on top of it because of the way this is positioned, so that's good practice there. Pumpkin storage. And then we're going to want to get these guys over here to actually take these trees out. But because of the way these are placed in here, we're going to have to go down and then back up. Please do not crash. Thank you. All right, so that's a 2-block thing. I'll just go ahead, get rid of that. We'll just walk down here for now. Because it should irrigate more or less the same. If it's just one tile deep versus 2, it's not going to be a ton, but it would help us get a little bit more stuff done. Yeah, put that in place, and then I can actually detonate stuff. Because I want to get at these everblossoms, and then especially the blueberries. Right, so down that goes. Right there as well. Put in our stairs. That will go just like that. And then at the bottom of this here, first of all, I need to mark all these as cuttable. Okay, that looks good. I don't need to individually get every single one of these trees, but if this is going to be a berry sanctuary, we definitely want to get as many as we can. So we're going to want to have this to go up probably right about here would be good. Bring that across that way. We're not going to put a house here because I feel like that would be kind of just a little overkill. This should get us in that spot. Come back over here. Yeah, that'll get them all out. So I will just go ahead and put 3 there. Obviously, they can't get up here because nothing's been built yet. But these guys aren't even doing anything here anyway, so that's going to be gone. That large pile for metal blocks can probably also We can just go ahead and get rid of all of these and face this. I should be able to get 3 of these in. Yes, much better. So regular logs could be here. Metal blocks, or metal scrap. Actually, metal blocks is already there. Scrap metal, metal scrap, whatever you want to call it. There, and then, what do I want to actually have storage of here? Probably for the sake of long-term survivability, should be more planks. Alright, so that's much better use of that space. Love to see that. Let's blow this up. And in go the staircases. Should get these done. Oh, these are already built. Good. We are making great progress today, folks. Very, very happy with this. Alright, pumpkin here. Pumpkin here. And then all those guys. Looks like we got some more green pea space. There we go. Nothing in the berries because there's no berries to grow. Look at us go, man. Look at us go. And the berries have already started slowly to re-enter this space. Looking good here. These chestnut trees are only about half grown, but that's fine. No real issues there. Yeah, we're doing great. Getting lots of good stuff done. Got Hoffmeister, and I guess he's all by himself over here. But as soon as these stairs are complete, he can start hacking away at these everblossom trees and give us some wood. So let's give him a little bit of help. I guess we could just do... a small pile right here to set for logs as a source. A supply, if you will. Then he doesn't have to walk all over the place. There we go. Looking good. Look at him go. Only 6, and he's already a lumberjack. That's commitment right there. That's that work ethic. Pumpkin storage already getting nice and populated here. Sunflower seeds, I guess we just can't keep them in stock fast enough, which means we probably need to have more. These guys can't reach all of them. So probably don't want to expand this too much more. These mushroom growth bits here. I'm going to take these off of fast because we don't have a lot of sawdust. And, well, I probably should have one of these on sawdust, I guess. Yeah, maybe we just won't mess with it. Spatterdock storage, I know they don't have anywhere to put this, but at the moment it kind of doesn't really matter because Spatterdock is not really that useful of a food until you get to the point where you can actually use it, like the greater cooking tent for the deluxe stew, which we don't have yet. But we are on our way to researching. We have 433 science thanks to our people in the library here. Dandelions, still a huge problem, though. Got Ryan Trask over here farming them for us. That's kind of just going to be a slow process. I do want to go ahead and cut back these guys. Just leave this one plant here. And try to coax it to spread this way so we can kind of... I don't know what the right word would be for it, but like, I don't know... I think you guys are old enough. Well, yeah, definitely a lot of you are old enough to remember when Slinkies were actually popular as a toy and not just a thing you saw in the Toy Story movie. But, you know, you send it down the stairs, it goes nyop, 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 like that. I kind of want to do the same thing with this plant. Just have it kind of hop a little bit further to the east so we have some more room. East, I know it's probably not actually east, but from my orientation to the right. So we have a little bit more room. We can actually go ahead, since we have the dynamite, we can give this a little bit of help and bust this whole thing down. I'll actually go all the way back to here. Give the plants a little bit more room to spread. I know it's not going to irrigate automatically all the way back here, but we have the ability to build the buildings We have the ability to build the buildings that'll allow us to irrigate. There we go. It's a tongue twister. Go ahead and set this off. Look at that. We already got some more space. Just have to keep an eye on that when we get there. All right. See, we're already making good progress. Oh, this guy planted a little child tree. So maybe that's not something we want, but that's fine. Look at you go, Hoff. Good job. Oh no, these were the brambles that I planted in episode 2. I think it was episode 2. I'm just gonna quietly unplant those. Don't tell anybody. Because I don't know if you noticed, but we don't need any help with the brambles. We have this and everything else that comes with it. Yeah, so I think we're doing just fine. But yeah, I think we've more or less reached a pretty natural stopping point for today. We did get this irrigated. We got a large farmhouse, got our small farmhouses and everything. But one last thing before we're done. I've heard your cries. We will build some tank showers. Give our beavers a nice way to keep clean. So I might as well just kind of scatter these around a little bit. Give them something to, I guess, occupy themselves with. Just put one of those there, one of those there. So like I said, this is just a building that has built-in water storage, and you can use it as a shower. That's literally all it is. But knowing how, shall we say, enthusiastic some of you seem to be for those kind of things, I don't really understand why. Sometimes you guys scare me a little bit. But if you want showers, we can build some showers. Clean beavers are happy beavers, after all. Especially in this mod. And this was pretty much the only way for them to keep clean anyway, so it makes sense to have this kind of spread out. So what is being built that takes precedence over putting logs here? I do have to wonder. Well, the world may never know. Let's go ahead and detonate this. Yeah, we're not, obviously, like I said, we're not going to get all this land back as arable, but every little bit does help. And you can see this is already starting to spread into this general area. So that was a good move. But yeah, I think we got a lot of good stuff done today, even if it is, oh no, it's another food. It's important. The food actually matters. That's what enables us to do research, which enables us to do other fun stuff. And we're going to keep accruing our science and unlock more things in the next one. But yeah, very, very good stuff. Look at this. Our food is almost up to 3,000. And it's a lot more stabilized. We have storage for a bunch of different foods, even if we can't really fill the storage, but making lots and lots of good progress. I'm sure there's some stuff I missed that you guys had made comments about, but that's the nature of these things. I go based off of what I remember and what I write down and what I think is actually going to fit and hopefully make a coherent episode. So that being said, I do always read the comments, so if you have any questions, comments, concerns, suggestions, especially for these playthroughs, please do not hesitate to put them down below, and I will look forward to engaging with you there. Also want to take a second to thank our beard boosters for all of their support. It makes it possible for me to keep doing these each and every day. We have 3 video series currently rotating in and out, as well as, I guess technically 3 live stream series now. That City Skylines 2 is a thing. So that's a lot for me. That's a lot for me to keep up with. But the support you guys give really, really helps out. And I am very thankful for it, as well as for you, even if you're not part of that group and you're just here to watch the videos or this is the only video you ever see. I'm glad you're here. Glad we get to spend a little bit of time together. And I hope you will join us later today for a live stream of the diorama map. We're pretty close to the end on that one. Just have a few more things to nail down. Not sure if it'll be tomorrow as the last episode or the one after that, but we'll do what we can. Tomorrow as I'm recording this at 11 o'clock at night, but today as you're watching this. So hope you can join us for that. When that one's over, we'll find something else to do live stream wise, but I do want to make sure that I make good on my promises to actually finish what we start. So hope you join me for that. And then, of course, on Sunday, we've got another episode of the Update 5 playthrough. And then either Satisfactory or City Skylines 2. I'm not entirely sure which one I want to do. But City Skylines 2 did get a patch. And improvement has seemed to improve a little bit. Performance has seemed to improve a little bit. So we might give that another shot. But failing that, Satisfactory is always a good time. So hopefully you'll join us for that as well. And then on Monday, I have an open video slot. So let me know what you want to see. I'm not going to guarantee I give one of the 3 series that we're currently running a 3rd episode weekly. But, I'm open to ideas. If you guys really want it, we can make it happen. So that's it. Have a fantastic rest of your day. Stay safe, have fun, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.